lot of people judge, but they don't know who Ryan really is. Given that, what do you make of this reputation or this narrative that he doesn't want to fight with anybody, that he doesn't take it seriously? I would imagine it drives you crazy.
It drives me very crazy, and I'm going to tell you why. Because
Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas here in San Diego, being joined with Henry Garcia, the father of Ryan Garcia, and you guys just about finished with camp for this return fight. Given Joe, new trainer, new process, how have you seen it from the inside, how this camp has gone with him and Joe now?
there's always a new beginning when you have somebody, like Joe. You just know that new things are going to arise, and I always tell this to everyone, that when you're a boxer, you're never going to stop learning. You're always going to be learning. And Joe has that experience going way back, the Reles brothers, and Corrales, Dago Corrales, None. Oh, yeah, None. He always talks about None. But there's a reason for that, because the experience is just unquestionable. I mean, he's got he's got so much, and we're excited about that.
What do you see different or improvements in this camp compared to all the other camps?
Well, Ryan trains more rounds. He's known to go extensive rounds with Joe. Joe just doesn't do 8 or 10. He's in the 20, 30 range. So and he picks his techniques on what to look for and what to do, and I think that made Ryan more aware. He's always been aware, because you've seen Ryan's previous fights. He's won. He's knocked people out, but now he's becoming devastating. He's becoming a force, and we've seen it in sparring. And just it is what it is.
Yeah, I had read about the breaking of the jaw in sparring. Ryan mentioned it a little bit, but do you think that's due to Joe training him a little bit different to sit on his punches, or do you think also he's growing into, his man strength, as they say?
He's grown into the man strength. Yeah, because Ryan's 23 years old. Just almost there. Give it 2 more years, it'd be. But you could see it in his back.
Yeah.
The back is more broader, and his punches are more strong. So it has to do with growing, into a man. Mm-hmm.
Given you're his dad, you know him more than anybody. How's this whole time been for you dealing with what Ryan had to go through, and you kind of being there, making sure he's okay, but you also have to decompress that and deal with that also?
Well, they always say that strength can straighten a person, and thank God I had the strength, because that was something that I don't wish that on anybody's son, because it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch, hard to deal with. And it was touching, it was surprising, and it was shocking at the same time, because you're wondering, how did from this land to this? And when that happened, it's just shocking. That's what I mean about shocking, because you don't expect that. You expect to keep on going up, especially after the Luke Campbell.
Yeah.
You know how high he went? Well, as high as you can go, that's how far you can fall. I'm not kidding you. And that's exactly what happened.
Are you still having to kind of coach him, have conversations with them? Does Joe help out with that? Is that still in play?
No, that's not anymore.
Yeah.
He weathered the storm.
Yeah.
And now it's all about how to handle these things, because it could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could be a couple of things. But once you learn to handle it and how to handle it, I think you can live a normal life, and you can just continue doing what you do best, and that's boxing.
Obviously you're older than me, you're older than everyone here. You know how to handle difficult situations better because of experience. Given what happened with Reynoso and all that, and now that we have some time back, what do you just make of the whole situation?
Well, I love the Reynoso. I love Eddie. And Canelo's a beast, man. You got to learn from those. And we did. We learned a lot. But it had nothing to do with what they did or what they didn't do. It was more like Ryan felt that it was time, just like when Mayweather felt that it was time to leave. What's in the Top Rank. He decided, you know what, it's time, because I think Top Rank at that time was paying a lot of attention to De La Hoya, the Golden Boy, which, hey, you know how that happened. It worked out. So that was great. Ryan felt the same way. He figured, you know what, Canelo's awesome and this and that, but, hey, it's my time. Because Canelo's, 31 years old or something like that, somewhere around there. Okay, Ryan figured, hey, I'm 21, I'm 10 years younger. So it's my time to, just break out and let me do my own thing. And I think that was all of it.
You guys are still on good terms, I would suppose, right? And the door's still open also as well.
Absolutely, yeah. There's no hard feelings here. There's no animosity. It's all experience. It's understanding, hey, you are who you are and we are who we are. And that's it.
Yeah, because it's, if you read into like the tweets and the YouTube stuff and on Instagram, like it paints a different picture. Like, what do you make of like the reaction and all that?
Well, I always say that you could fight one person in the ring, but you can't fight an army. So why even try? And that's my experience, is that I can't do that, because you'll be on the phone all day in the computer. You don't have to, because you don't even know the person who you're talking to. They don't even know you, but they have a perception. And that perception is through Twitter or through social media. But in all reality, do you really know my son? No. You don't know he's a 15-time national champion. You don't know he started when he was 7 years old. You don't know that. So if you say, oh, he doesn't work out, he's not focused, man, I laugh at those comments. I'm like, wow. I said, man, ask his sparring partners.
Given you mentioned a big thing, like a lot of people judge, but they don't know who Ryan really is. Given that, what do you make of this reputation or this narrative that he doesn't want to fight with anybody, that he doesn't take it seriously? I would imagine it drives you crazy.
It drives me very crazy, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Ryan, since the amateur days, if we fought Haney, and if we fought Virgil Hill, and we fought Shakur, and we fought all these other top-notch, even Luis Correa. We fought all these guys that are good, top, and we met them in the finals. Why wouldn't we want to fight the best that are on top now? I mean, they're basically the same guys that you fought there, so why not? And if you're not, like I've told people, I never heard of Romero Duno. They say, oh, he's going to knock him out, he's going to do this, and watch out for Ryan. I'm like, well, I don't recall him in the amateurs. I said, because in the amateurs, those are your top dudes. These are guys that are also won national championships. So you got to watch out for those guys, because those are the guys that are like the Olympians. Those are the ones that go to the Olympics and then come out. And then they just finish people off. Well, we're one of them.
What do you think is the most misunderstood thing about Ryan, in your opinion, if you could convey that to boxing fans that are tuning in and listening to this?
Well, the most misconception on that would be social media, because they see him so much on the light of social media, and they don't see him training. So they're thinking, oh, he's a YouTube boxer. He's this and that. He's always on camera. He's always recording. Well, guess what? He's an entertainer as well as a boxer. And by doing that, he accumulated awesome sponsors. Of course you got to do your job too. You got to fight. You got to win. You got to show people that, hey, you could do it all. And that's the misconception of people just saying, oh, he's this and that. I hate when they say that, because, again, you don't know my son. So, I don't know your son, so why would I talk about your son? Just because I saw him on YouTube, it doesn't matter. See him in the ring. Isn't that what matters? So all this social media stuff and all that, that's fine. He hits the first reflex bag, something I designed, That's great. But it's all in there. There's your result, right? Win or lose, that's your result right there.
Given the future, everybody wants to see him in the big fights. I know Haney and Kambosos potentially are going to be tied up a little bit, but unless
unless Haney loses. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because it's a risky fight, okay? And the reason why I say that is because, remember Jeff Horn fighting Pacquiao? You know darn well Pacquiao won that fight.
Yeah, he won. Okay. Because I got in a heated argument with Keith Thurman over this. Keith Thurman thinks Jeff Horn won the fight.
Sorry. Just like Pacquiao beat Timothy Bradley the first time.
No, Bradley, you mean? Yeah, just like Bradley beat Pacquiao the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. And they give
Come
it to Timmy. Yeah. Right. Okay. So the same scenario, different day, different. Okay. That's what's risky about it. Okay. And if you notice, nobody knocked each other out. Okay. Haney doesn't have power, not that much. Okay. He's not known for that. Cambosa, okay, he dropped Teofimo, but not knocked him out like what Ryan does to Fonseca or anybody like that, right? That's a risky fight. But Errol Spence fighting Cal Brook, what happened? He stopped him. That's how you win when you're out of the country. Don't leave it up to the judges. You got to knock.
So you're saying that Devin has to knock the guy out or he's not going to win, and that's why you feel him going over there, he won't get it unless he gets a knockout.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Okay, as much as I like Bill, you know, sometimes I don't like the things he say, but I like him, okay? But, man, you better knock this dude out. You might say you might go to Jupiter and all that. You're gonna stay in Jupiter if you don't beat him because the odds are against him. Even though Devin Haney's a skillful fighter. Awesome. I said, we seen it. We fought him. But you got to have a knockout power, man, to say, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I fight. I'm going to knock you out.
Thank you so much for watching this video. And make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV. And give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.